Alrighty, here we go with the last one. So we have our messages. So let's open up our VS Code again. Scroll down all the way to the bottom. We'll add a messages. So for this one, we're gonna actually create a timeline, which I believe we did. Let me scroll. Yeah, we made a timeline for this because we have to time different animations together. Whereas with the home and with the notifications, we kind of ran everything at the same time. This one's a bit different. So let's go down all the way here, messages. All right, it's not gonna be long, so don't worry too much about it. It's gonna be quite easy. We're gonna just grab the messages, set that equal to document.query selector. We're gonna do messages dot messages like that. Okay, perfect. Let's scroll all the way down again. Sorry, that was me trying to hold in a cough and it didn't work too well. And then we'll do messages and add an event listener to it. It's always when you try to hold it back, you make it worse and just not coming out of your nose and everything. Okay, that's gross. Let's move on. We'll do a TL from now and do a from to. We'll grab the messages SVG. And for this one, again, we're kind of going to do the same thing we did to the house where we're going to scale it down a bit and scale it back up. So let's do a scale of 1 to scale 0.9. Hit save. And let's see how that looks. So go back to Chrome, zoom in here a little bit and click, and it just goes like that. Now I want the flap to open, the message to fly out, and then the scale to go back to normal. So let's go back here. And after this, we'll do a TL from to and grab the flap and then do an object here, scale from 1 to scale to -1. Now, what is this? Scale 1 to -1. Essentially, what we're doing is we're scaling it down to 0, and -1 is going to reverse the flap for us, giving us the illusion that it pops open. So take a look. So it goes really fast now. So it scales in a weird way because we need to adjust the transform origin of it actually. So what we need to do is just go here and do a GSAP set, and we'll grab the flap and do a transform origin of top. And if we do it that way, take a look at that. So it starts scaling from the top portion and it goes here to 0 and then it reverses. So essentially it gives you the illusion like it pops open like that. But what you're actually doing is that you're scaling it down to 0 and then reversing the shape of the SVG. So there we go. So that's quite cool. So once this is open now, we can kind of run these a bit faster. So I don't want to wait for that to go small and then open up. So I can add a comma here and do 30, let's do 50% into that animation like that. All right, so we got that. And after this, what we're gonna do is pop out that message. So TL from to, we're gonna do dot messages SVG, add a comma there. We're gonna do a scale of 0.9 back to 1. Okay. And add a comma here, and we're gonna delay this by 50% again. So we're scaling it back up so we have the nice popping effect. There we go, like that. And after that, let's go down here. We're gonna pop out the note. So we're gonna say TL from to, we'll grab the note and just move it from Y0 and opacity 1 to Y -40 and opacity 0. All right, hit save. Let's see how that looks. So we are popping this open and then whoosh, it flies out like that. I want to slow it down a little bit, so I'm going to increase the duration. I'm going to double it to 0.75 and hit save. So let's take a look again. Boom. Let me do a refresh. There we go. It's a nice smooth animation there. Finally, just closing the flap back up. So TL2, I'll grab the flap, put the scale back to 1, put the Y back to 0. I don't think I even did anything to the Y. So let's just do scale back up to 1. And then it should close back up. There we go. And then I'll just do the delay of it. So we'll do it 50% faster as well, like that. And let's see how that looks. Hit save. And boom, there we go. Let me do a refresh on this. And there we go. Look at that. We have a nice messages application here. Application? Nice little animation going on there. Perfect. So that's it. That's going to be it. We have 1, 2, and 3 all finished and ready for you to add to your websites. So I hope you enjoyed this section. It's really fun to just get a bunch of SVGs and really mess around with them and see what you can come up with. So see you in the next chapter. Let's have some more fun.